Welcome back from the break. Ever wonder how some students graduate in just 2 years? It's because they had a head start. EagleVision's Denise Wood explains how they transfer in enough credits to graduate early.
Many potential students are concerned about transferring credits from high school, but advisors express the university's support.
As students are inquiring about the university, they definitely want to know, how do we view students who come in with AP credits? Do we give them the credit that they deserve for taking those classes? Do we honor dual credit classes as well? And the answer to all of those questions at Biola is yes.
Many students are now transferring as many as 60 credits that they accumulated while in high school.
Recently, there's been a growing increase, just given financial constraints for students, that they are starting to look for creative solutions to shave a little time off of their degree plans.
Some states are now allowing students to complete dual programs that combine their last 2 years of high school with their first 2 years of college.
I did Jumpstart, which was, well, we didn't call it Jumpstart, we called it PSCO. Which was just going to college, taking college classes while in high school, and it counted for high school credits and college credits.
The programs are government funded and free for students while allowing them to save time and money on their college education.
I'm a freshman age-wise, but I started college when I was still a junior in high school, so I went to my other college and I took all my classes there, played soccer there. I haven't walked in my high school in over 2 years.
As the economy continues to worsen, students will find more creative ways to transfer more credits and graduate faster. This has been Denise Wood for EagleVision News.
And now we have Jarrett Wright for sports. So Jarrett, the Ducks are having a tough season.
Yeah, they really are, but finally Teemu Selanne gave them something to celebrate about. An Anaheim Duck has just accomplished what only 18 players in the National Hockey League have ever been able to do. The Anaheim Ducks right wing Teemu Selanne scored his 600th career goal in a winning effort over the Colorado Avalanche. Selanne has spent 11 of his 19 NHL seasons in Anaheim. In those 19 seasons, Selanne has recorded an astounding 3,878 shots on goal while recording almost 100 game-winning goals. Selanne is still undecided on if he will return for another season to play for the Ducks. And this is the month of madness, March Madness that is, and we have already seen some incredible upsets. The biggest upset of the tournament so far was when number 9 ranked Northern Iowa University knocked off the perennial powerhouse number 1 ranked Kansas University. Upsets are certainly what defines this tournament, but nobody expected Kansas to be out so early. In fact, many people thought they were going to win the entire tournament. Kentucky and Duke are the remaining number 1 seeds, and they have all made it to the Sweet 16. And now it's time for the play of the day. This play comes to us from the Izod Center, the home of the New Jersey Nets. What happens is Terrence Williams of the New Jersey Nets receives the inbound pass, dribbles up to half court, and throws up a prayer. The shot was not only good, but it also got off in time for it to count. And sticking with basketball, Biola was in Kansas City last week participating in the NAIA National Tournament. Biola put up a great fight last week. They won their first 2 games before being defeated in the 3rd round by Oklahoma Baptist University. Oklahoma Baptist ended up making it to the championship game against, who would have guessed, the Azusa Pacific Cougars. The Cougars played a great game in the championship, but were narrowly edged out by Oklahoma Baptist 84-83.
Thanks, Jarrett. A lot of students are talking about this year's missions conference, and in case you missed it, EagleVision's Jaden Allen gives us a recap.
The theme of this year's missions conference was Let There Be Light. Students enjoyed a refreshing 3-day break from academic classes to be able to worship and hear from speakers from all around the world. In between sessions, the campus was filled with opportunities to learn about other cultures and how to advance in God's kingdom. For a breakaway from the CAF, an ethnic lunch on Metzger lawn was provided, where students got a little taste of multicultural food and music. Students filed into McNally by the dozen to participate in global awareness for an eye-opening experience to see what life is like for enslaved, impoverished, or persecuted individuals throughout the dark corners of our world. The marketplace was where student missionaries gathered to raise money to be able to go and shine light in these dark places. Missionary groups will be traveling in the summer to places like Guatemala and Zambia to share the gospel.
To sit with them and tell them about Jesus.
The 3 days is not intended to just be the only time that we talk about missions or even think critically about our obedience to Jesus in the Great Commission. That it would be a time to ignite that, but that it would stir up in people and be a much longer lasting thing.
If you enjoyed Missions Conference this year and you want to get involved, the Student Missionary Union is now taking applications for the Board of Directors and for the staff. This has been Jaden Allen for EagleVision News, Biola.
The conference was a time for missionary kids to shine as they shared personal experiences out in the field. Reporter Alex Montiel gives us a closer look at their unique perspective.
For many Biolans, leaving the U.S. to do mission work means leaving home for a foreign land. But what does home mean for a missionary kid who grew up with two lives in two different places?
Home is a very fluid concept for me. We use the word home, so basically like I'm going home. It's a place where my pillow is, it's a place where I'm going to fall asleep at night. But home, as cliche as it is, home really is where the heart is.
With time, some missionary kids learn to adapt to their new lives and see how God grows them through their struggles.
I did struggle a lot about like the first year and a half with just kind of like why us, like why our family. I felt like we had been such like typical normal family, and then all of a sudden was thrown into this like completely different experience.
Missionary kids leave everything behind to follow their parents' passion. Whether it's friends, school, or material objects, they learn to adjust without them. And when they least expect it, their definition of home completely changes.
Finding that place where the heart is difficult at the moment, because in so many ways my heart is still in Niger. And I feel like slowly God is bringing my heart here too, but just having both of two places be home, it doesn't really work. So trying to find that is where I'm at the moment.
This is Alex Montiel reporting for EagleVision News, Biola.
The no dancing policy isn't stopping students from going off campus to have some fun, but should it? EagleVision's Leah Osterman has the story.
People really enjoy dancing, I guess.
Clubbing has become a popular pastime for Biola students, but mixed feelings arise when it comes to the dancing style and the spirit of Biola contract.
I think you're being there actively engaged in inappropriate dancing, inappropriate contact, inappropriate activity, that certainly would affect our testimony negatively.
To describe it as dancing might be a bit of a stretch. I have gone to some clubs before, and the things that happen there is like amazing that people don't get pregnant.
Despite popular belief, clubbing is not against Biola contract.
It's not against contract to go dancing, clubbing, swing dancing, whatever, but I can't plan it as like a floor event as an RA because it can't be a Biola sponsored event.
The debate heats up when people talk about the principle of the rule.
Once again, to the letter of the law, I don't think that it goes against the contract, but the spirit of the contract obviously is to say that Biola students should be acting in such a way that represents us as light to the world, and so to be at such a place engaging in inappropriate activity, inappropriate dancing would certainly be going against the spirit of what I understand the contract to be saying.
Because if they wouldn't want someone doing one thing here, they don't want you doing it anywhere else.
But most people think that clubbing is just a fun Saturday night event that should not be judged by Biola community.
I don't think there's anything wrong with going to a dance club.
I kind of think it's pretty innocent.
I think that it's almost an individual decision.
Clubbing is thus both a popular pastime and a popular issue of debate.
An RA from one of the dorms refused to comment, stating they did not want to be the face of controversy. This has been Leah Osterman for EagleVision News, Biola.
And now we have Taylor Smith for entertainment. Taylor, what's the latest with Michael Jackson's doctor?
Well, Jen, I think we all heard that he was placed on trial, but now it seems his entire career may be put in jeopardy. Conrad Murray, the doctor accused of killing Michael Jackson, now faces a license suspension. A petition was filed against Murray saying that he should be put on restriction while he faces involuntary manslaughter charges. Michael Jackson's mother is demanding an upgraded charge of second-degree murder against Murray. She made that charge after a report that Jackson's former doctor hid drug evidence before calling paramedics. And you've seen Sarah Palin all over the news, but now you'll be able to watch her on TLC. The former vice presidential candidate has landed her own reality show starring her and her family. The show will take place at the family's home in Alaska and is being produced by the same producer of Survivor. Details on the show have not yet been released, but we can expect an 8-episode season starting sometime later this year. And you may have seen signs around campus. The alternative